Welcome to Tri Virtual Roundtable, everybody. We are on episode number 38. Woo! Episode 38, ladies and gentlemen. We want to welcome you guys here again. And again, for all of our newbies, real quick, hit that subscribe, like, and all that good stuff. We appreciate it. And before we get going, we are going to share what we're talking about today. We are talking about XSpectar. We're talking about a platform that allows you to grow digital assets and blockchain and all kinds of other cool stuff. Yep. There's all kinds of endless possibilities. So watch this video.
Well, and then we have a guest all the way from South Africa.
Yes, cool. All the way from South Africa.
Jared.
It's sitting at almost at midnight there. Yep. Woo, woo. And welcome.
All right,
let me get it here. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, we're going to fire you, bro.
Welcome to the XSpectar verse, where the metaverse becomes the new internet in 3D. A revolutionary digital space where creativity, business, and limitless opportunities collide. Here, you don't just browse, you explore, build, and connect like never before. At the heart of the XSpectarverse are its main maps, like the Town Square, Marina City, New York, and other regions. These hubs are always online, open to visitors, and the starting point of your metaverse journey. Think of these maps as the core servers of the metaverse, just like websites on the internet. Imagine this. Instead of a static 2D website, your building facade becomes your interactive 3D homepage. Visitors don't just read about your brand, they step inside and experience it. But what sets them apart are the portals, which act as hyperlinks in this 3D universe. Each portal takes you to separate worlds called environments, designed by builders and landowners. These portals are the ultimate gateway. They seamlessly transport visitors from a building on the main map to an entirely custom world, whether it's a futuristic city, a fully interactive business hub, or whatever the plot owner can imagine. It's like clicking a link, but instead of loading a page, you step into a whole new dimension. In the XSpectarverse, your presence matters. Whether you create a fully customized environment or establish your vision directly on the main maps with just your building, plot owners can build hotels, stadiums, mini games, or even host concerts right on their parcels in the main regions. Both options offer equal opportunities for creativity, community engagement, and business growth. It's not about choosing one over the other. Both paths are equally powerful. What powers all of this? The blockchain. It guarantees digital ownership and identity, ensuring that what you build or buy is truly yours. It also enables seamless peer-to-peer payments, opening doors for secure and instant transactions. How does this all come together, one would ask? Well, thanks to the XSpectar EDK, the Environment Development Kit, a free tool built on the powerful Unreal Engine 5 architecture. The EDK isn't just for landowners. Actually, anyone can create buildings, environments, and assets, even if you don't own a single plot. Builders can sell their creations to landowners who need unique, high-quality assets. From custom facades to entire interactive worlds, this ecosystem allows you to monetize your skills while helping others bring their visions to life. It's creativity that pays. And here's where XSpectar truly stands out. Its server system architecture. Main maps like Town Square and Marina City are hosted by XSpectar, but the environments will soon be hosted independently by landowners or builders. This means complete control over your own server and limitless customization for your world. Decentralization at its full potential. For landowners, XSpectar is a gateway to opportunity. Purchase facades or commission builders to create a unique identity for your plot. These buildings become doorways for visitors to explore your environments, discover your brand, and engage with your vision. This isn't just about aesthetics, it's about building a business model. Bring in traffic, showcase your products, or host events in your unique environments. Use the XSpectarverse to connect with visitors and turn traffic into income. The XSpectarverse is more than a metaverse. It's the new 3D internet. Whether you're a builder, a landowner, or a visionary entrepreneur, This ecosystem offers you the tools, freedom, and opportunities to build your future today. Join us in the XSpectarverse. Let's build, connect, and innovate together. The future is here, and it's yours to shape.
I'm not gonna lie. I had chills the first time I saw that video. It was about a year ago, Jared. Because I was so deep into this metaverse stuff. I saw that video. I was like,
yeah,
that explains.
Well, it truly takes you.
So I'm gonna real quick before we go further. We got a whole bunch of chats here. All right, so Mikey said, so we'll talk about our other co-host, Iceman.
Of course.
He is in the hospital still, and he's in the chat though. He is letting us know that he's watching. So we love you, Icy, and we miss you. Wish you were here. I would say hurry up and get out of there, but I don't want you to hurry up and get out of there until you're ready to get out of there. So don't leave until it's time. All right, we got he said, okay, I'm ready. Pazzo, at Pazzo, let's go. Yeah, I know we were ready.
That's
Here we
XSpectar.
are.
That's XSpectar, yeah.
Yep. All right, we're ready. Woo woo.
So
right.
I want to before we go, remember Tech his wife's dealing some stuff from the multiverse, and we wanted to give him a shout out and tell him that
yes,
support him, from the platform and
praying
beyond.
For him, definitely.
So Tech, hang in there, though, and everything.
Hang in, Tech. We got you, buddy. Kay Bradley says ready. Alex says, hey guys. And again, Pazzo says, hey everyone, how you doing? And Nyla says, hey, what's up, Nyla?
That's my
what's up? Actually,
Pazzo, I have one of your NFTs.
I was supposed to be calling you Nyla for your podcast, but I'm going to remember this week. All right. Let's see. Who else do we got? Mikey, I already said, what's up, Mikey? Jacmel says hello. And Bonnie says, hey, all.
Hey, Bonnie.
And let's see. Yep. What's up,
that's
Bonnie?
my family up in Canada.
Yep. And Serious Consciousness, Brendan, what's up? Thank you for putting Brendan on there. Appreciate it. Let's see. And Kay Bradley, first time here. What's up, Kay Bradley? Welcome to the podcast. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Let me see. Yeah, make sure you hit that subscribe.
Hold on, Bradley.
Like and what?
Bradley, I still have his bourbon.
But that's not the same. That cable is that the same? But that's not even a full bottle. That's not. You put soda in
Dude, it doesn't matter.
Okay. All right. So here we are. We're gonna talk about XSpectar. So Doc, it's all you, buddy.
That's right. I was about to say you better not open your mouth. Jared is my guy. So Jared, I really appreciate you being here from South Africa. For all the folks that are just chiming in, Jared is one of the principals of AJ Studios, one of the builders in XSpectarverse. And I saw his stuff before I actually met him. And I talked to Jared about doing how does building work? I'm not technical. I'm a foot doctor. Everybody knows that. So I need to talk. Why are you laughing, man? So at the end of the day, I don't know what I'm talking about, only from a general perspective. So unfortunately, I talked to Jared and he made me feel real small because he said a lot of stuff that I didn't really know what I was talking about. So Jared is here to basically talk some details and generalities about XSpectarverse, because I know everybody who's listening right now has heard me babble about it and they still don't believe me. They don't know what's coming. They don't understand this digital world will be a multi-billion-dollar industry in the future. XSpectarverse is one of the platforms I'm on, and obviously, Dev and I, as well as Iceman, are on Multiverse, a VR platform. But Jared, welcome to Tri Virtual Roundtable.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
There we go.
Well,
I gotta hit the button. I gotta hit the button. Sorry.
Well, I'm gonna, obviously for the first time I'm actually on a live podcast. It's pretty amazing. I mean, it's quite exciting.
Welcome.
Stuff. Yeah, I mean, obviously having a normal meeting is one thing, but as soon as that little button on the right hand side goes live, it's quite exciting.
Goes like, man.
It changes things a little bit, right?
It's getting real. Yeah. And again, I mean, obviously, thank thank you so much, obviously for pulling us up, obviously getting it through there. And I think, you know, from a metaverse-based perspective, again, it is a massive word. Not a lot of people jump up and, grasp it. And I think the best way I would be able to say is, if you want to know what a metaverse basically is or what it does, you would be able to get a very good reference from the movie called Ready Player One. That's where they're trying to push towards to, where eventually you would be able to employ people within your virtual office space, where people would basically go into work by logging on, do the day's work, shut down, and then take it from there further. So there's a lot of stuff going forward. But again, especially if we look at XSpectar itself, in what XSpectar does, again, much like multiple other metaverses that's been created and stuff, everything comes with mass potential as soon as there's mass adoption. And with the XRP truly like building itself up, and because XSpectar is connected up onto the XRP based ledger, it's gonna get more and more and more traction. As you can see from the video in the beginning, I mean, that was shot a few years back. If you actually see New York coming through, it's empty. There was nothing there. And it's crazy to actually see all the builders coming through, a bunch of projects listing up. Everybody's putting down their projects. Everybody's getting their buildings up and running. So the actual place is just getting more and more and more vibey as things go along. I mean, we've got a bunch of people that bounced over from, the Ethereum-based, Solana-based networks all the way over.
Now, see, now you go. See, now, half our listeners like, Solana, what are you talking about? I like, well, personally, I just like the when I talk about the metaverse, I tell people with digital real estate, I say it's almost like the internet. It's the next transition to the internet for those who are listening from a simplistic standpoint. Like instead of people going on a computer and typing stuff in, they're actually going to go into an immersive space and do businesses.
Interact.
Because you can can click stuff in there and people's websites come up. You know what I mean? So it's So it's just and then of course we're going to talk about the transition to virtual reality and stuff like that. But my question for you is, where do you I know my perspective, but I think people will trust you more. Where do you think this whole metaverse stuff is? Do you feel that it's viable, that it's going to be something where people will be able to have an economy, movies, concerts, musicians will be able to promote their wares and stuff like that?
Yeah, no, 100%. I do think at the end of the day, there's going to be mass adoption on these things. I do know for a fact that for a big part, a lot of people don't necessarily understand it. People don't understand how someone buys an image. But it's the same with buying art pieces. Eventually, you grasp the concept. It becomes digital asset. It has a form of value. And what makes this different is you'll be able to have an actual value-based piece, which is classified as an NFT, and it's linked within the metaverse, and you'll be able to actually utilize that. And just obviously to bounce back to what you said previously with the metaverse, which is almost like the internet, I think the best way to describe that, so it's a base so you understand it well, is you would basically have Web 1, which was you can only read. That's what happened. The internet was that you can scroll and you can read. Then Web 2 came out, where you had the opportunity to post. You had the opportunity to be part of the creation of the internet. And Web 3 bounced the bridge between owning and now you would be able to own and sell. So you basically own part of what the web is. And that's where Web 3 differs. So Web 1, read. Web 2, edit. Web 3, own. So that's how I normally understand the base concept, how I work with that going forward. And I do think from the Web3 based perspective, if you're looking at, XSpectar in itself, the more people are going to start utilizing XSpectar. It works in the same base process as what social media platforms would eventually start working. People want to be a part of that base community. Once you start, once you connect, once you find people, and again, you would be able to find people which runs in this exact same, field of work that you're currently doing it. And what you're going to eventually be able to do is you're going to target an audience that's 24/7. If you're going to put up a billboard of your property, outside of a diner, whatever the case be, there's a small percentage of people are going to see that.
Transaction.
Obviously,
Mhm.
there's multiple things going to happen. Now, when it comes to the digital based part, it's extremely easy to just send off your details, have people visit, get new customers, be a part of something 24/7, be a part of a
So,
wider spectrum of audience that will be able to get in.
but Jared, people ask like, why? Okay, why buy these type of why? Like, why would you want a piece of digital real estate? And this is always my response. People don't realize that the gaming industry is bigger than the movie and the music industry combined. There's 650 million registered users on Fortnite alone. So what I tell them is that businesses, all they care about are analytics. Like you said, the billboard outside of a store, right? If I have a billboard in the neighborhood I'm in, that's one thing. But if there's a billboard in the middle of Times Square, that's some analytics. So the value is going to be there. And what I like about the metaverse is people are just starting to come in. So it's those early adopters, people who try to get their industries involved that can definitely can be benefit economically
and capitalize on it big time.
Exactly.
And so
I think big brands take that over as well. No, 100%.
Exactly.
Sorry,
because they'll definitely come in. No, that's good. That's what I want. But we have so Brendan said, I struggle establishing a YouTube website platform. Can I start at this point and just jump into a metaverse type property or base? So for a new beginner or somebody that's not getting involved or that is not super tech savvy, the process, I know sometimes getting it going might be a little challenging or whatever, but is it easy for someone starting out to be able to get going right out of the gate, and what type of support, I guess, is there to help somebody get along with that? I'm just throwing that out there, and I'm sure that's one.
From XSpectar perspective, I mean, as soon as you pop down, I'm a newbie on at XSpectar, you're going to get a bunch of people bouncing up there, trying to assist you as much as what they possibly can, especially on Twitter base. Again, I mean, if you're struggling to run over on a website and a YouTube base and all that stuff, it's not a big issue. It's the only thing that's going to happen is your starting point of your brand identity would then be within the XSpectar metaverse instead of going over, traditional ways with getting a website, getting a YouTube, getting this, getting that. Immediately, you'll be able to push it over to XSpectar, get an audience which is, at a wider range as someone in your neighborhood, like we said, and start branching it out from there. Again, the community itself is so interactive. If you're struggling to open up a YouTube, I promise you someone's going to jump up there like, dude, I can do it for you for free. It's not a big issue. Let me assist you.
Actually,
and that's
I
how you build it up.
apologize. Sorry, Brendan. He was more so talking on early adopters.
Yeah, I know.
He wanted the newbies, but I also wanted to put XSpectar on here real quick.
Jared, I was like,
I know.
Jared,
that was my fault.
Jared, no, it's a little difficult.
Yeah.
why.
But no. Hold on. So XSpectar, he says, Web3 at its best. It's so much fun. It's so much fun to build. And I know from experience in multiverse, just using multiverse and a new experience in VR and going into VR itself, the building process, it's unlocked things in my brain that I would have never thought that it would have unlocked. And going into the same. And then when Doc tells me about, XSpectar, and he's like, yeah, you got to get, and I'm just like, all right, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Because it's just your brain, the building process is just so amazing. And so early adopters, yes, there are still available plots to buy, I guess, right?
But here's the thing. So Jared is so technically above us as far as this, and he's trying to keep that certain level. He is. So Brendan was like, "Is it different? It's a pain in the neck." He's right that you can go and XSpectar, but you need a crypto wallet, which 99% of people don't have. You got to learn how to transfer. You have to understand what the NFTs are. You have to go to secondary sites. Like, for example, XSpectar is sold out. All those empty spaces you saw, they're not allocated because XSpectar is actually still holding some lands. So
all right, I got to stop for a second.
Burn NFTs.
I got to stop for a second. because
Right.
I just got in the chat.
I knew
I got in
I
the
knew
chat.
she was like, you talking Chinese. I'm like, oh, damn.
Yes, yeah, exactly. We're speaking Chinese. All right, so let's try to break it down a little bit smaller for you
Yeah.
guys here. All right, so the blockchain and all this stuff, digital assets. You are going to eventually want to be involved in digital assets eventually. So ultimately, what we're saying is get involved now. Get your digital assets while you have a chance, while it's at a price and the ability to build now while you have a chance. Now, I know we're talking some crazy Chinese or so I just real quick, I just want to show just visually what Jared and those guys what they build so when you can what you expect when you're putting it on this plot and you're putting it so Doc owns
So,
over 800 plots. I'm just gonna yes, I'm throwing it out there.
You have to say it. You have to put it out there.
I don't even think that I wasn't gonna put it out there. So
but-
Doc is a major player. So I'm just hold on. Doc is a major player. He owns like a whole bunch of plots. Okay. So those plots that he owns are empty plots ready to have a structure put on it with your label, with your name, with your business, your company. And this is what it looks like. I'm
and
sorry.
understand, but understand that even though we're showing you Jared's work at AJ Studios, which you'll tell us more about, there are several different platforms that have different themes, right? You have Sandbox, you have Decentraland, you have Roblox, you have all these different platforms. So we're showing you, anyone who's listening, we're showing you one aspect. We're showing you a builder and what he does. But and that's what I mean, Jared, is complicated because it's like you gotta fight through this stuff. Look, it took me 2 days to figure out how to use the XSpectar token. Remember when they had the plot sales and you got a discount? Dude, I couldn't figure it out. So it took me a time. And Harmony just cut me off. I'm gonna fight this.
I was just getting ready. So this is this is called the XS Tower Luxury Studio. And the environments are fully immersive environments.
XS Towers.
Yes, sir. Am I right there? It is, right?
That's great. That's great.
Now again, that's just one sample of many designs that they have. Like only one.
But then people are still gonna ask the question, why would I want something like that? And I think that's the hurdle to get past, Jared. What do you think? How do we answer that question? I know how I would answer it, but from your perspective.
Look, I think from my perspective, again, it's much like anything. It's a brand new platform. I mean, there's a lot of people, worried about jumping up. But I mean, if you go look at metaverse spaces such as Decentraland, Roblox, all that stuff, they've got mass adoption. The graphical content that they utilize, because the game's graphic doesn't require much, there's a lot of people playing the base game. And again, you're getting a bunch of foot traffic. But the biggest thing is if you have an idea, I would say the best reason to actually get involved is to get your brand out into a metaverse space such as XSpectar. So it's going to create a massive wave of people actually knowing what you're doing, seeing what you're doing, and taking it from there, and having a community that backs you. So if I go back, Doc, as you said, it's not very, very simple, especially for people, not even the XSpectar part. I mean,
Right.
setting up the crypto-based wallet in itself, that itself is difficult. I mean, if you look at it, the wallet-based aspect, you would create a wallet called the Iceman wallet. You'll get it on your phone, and the Iceman wallet would hold your actual currency, which is XRP, RLUSD, or whatever crypto you have. it would store that the same way a bank account would, but it would give you the additional base added extra that holds your NFTs. Now, the NFTs, which are non-fungible tokens, those are basically the assets. And to explain it in a better way, it's, let's say, for example, I was a artist, I was a painter, and my work only gets seen by local galleries. Just
Right.
for example, I would then go and I go within XSpectar. Again, I can't, let's say, for example, you won't be able to build because you don't know how to build your own space. So then you would basically make use of third-party builders such as ourselves, which is AJ Studios, where we come in and we would build the entire facade, office space, gallery, whatever it is that you're looking for. We would build it, design it, and you would own it. From there on out, you would be able to utilize that property in any way and shape you feel fit. Whether that is if someone walks in, there's a massive screen showing a video of exactly what you're doing, pamphlets on the tables, whatever it is that you want the game's immersive aspect to be, would be in the game. We would build that for you. And again, if you're looking at the cost implications with regards to that and building that place in real life, there's a massive difference and you're going to get foot traffic. So now I'm the artist. I've got all of my art happening for me. Then you would make use of
internationally.
You would exactly internationally. You would make use of the platform XRP Cafe or something like that, which is a online store, market-based, built on Web3, which is for sellers or for creators. So if you are an artist and you've now created, you set up your art gallery within XSpectar, you would be able to display your art pieces within your gallery page and be able to have people walk into your space, click on the art piece, and get redirected to XRP Cafe.
Right.
Where they would actually be able to purchase your art directly with any form of, obviously for XRP,
With
which you would be able to
right.
convert and push it over to your wallet, to your actual account, physical account, through whatever, and then that's how the base process works. But again, from the artist perspective, you were known as locally, you've now been put into a metaverse, you've got a massive marketing agency knowing what a marketing platform, which is XSpectar, and then over and above that, you've got which is basically Twitter Spaces, which is the same as what we're having right now.
Right.
But the only thing is they call it shilling. So you shill your work. I still don't get that whole shilling it, but we'll get there. But at the end of the day, it's a space where you jump up, you request to speak, you bounce up, and you speak about your project. You say, this is my project. I've been working on art for X amount of years. My name's whatever. And you explain yourself. And instantly with one X space, you're going to have someone that immediately clicks onto your links, goes to your website, goes to your XRP Cafe, looks at your art and think, wow, this is amazing. They instantly, especially 90% of the time, the hosts go up and they're like, dude, this is amazing. I'm going to buy 2 of them. And they promote it from that aspect. And then you get your art sold.
Jared.
And the biggest way is if you sell one, it kicks you up. You want to be able to do
you
more.
get hyped. Yes.
You get very hyped. Yeah.
You know that bridge that people are looking for? And I think because we're talking about Web3, a lot of people don't realize this is going to transition to what?
Yep, VR.
So
definitely.
So when we talk about early adoption, people may not really get it right now, where it's like, okay, we're going into these rooms and we're seeing all the stuff. What they're not realizing is I push for early adoption because once everybody, like, remember, not everybody had computers at one time, right?
Oh, I know, exactly.
Nobody had computers. So the internet was useless. And so they started setting up what, somebody
I got some chats.
Go for it. Go for it.
Okay, so some chats real quick. Honey Bear Catherine said, "What's up? What's up, Honey Bear Catherine? How are you?" Again, she does Honey Bear Catherine's Haven every Friday night at 5 Pacific,
7
Eastern. 7 Eastern. Yeah, there you go. 7 Eastern. All right. And we have also Real World VR. What's up, Jesse? He's enjoying this conversation as well. He says that's right. Threw some hearts up.
I see
Now,
serious consciousness is also asking a good question at the
yeah,
top
that's
there.
exactly where I was going. That's my next
Yeah.
question there. Is Brendan said, can I hire a person to help me create a property and then own the property based on my ideas? That is exactly what Jared does.
So
Yeah.
from my perspective, what I've done is I've brought people and set up the basics. Like Jared is a builder. Jared, you wouldn't do the stuff I would do. Like I basically brought clients in. I've actually set up their wallets.
Yeah.
Their what's that? Their what you call it? Line Streamline. What is it called? The something line. Um,
Uh,
you know
the
what I'm talking about? Where you have to
yeah, yeah, yeah.
their line thing. So like I can't even remember it. And I set them up where then they have the Dex wallet so they can switch it from
Okay,
XRP
yes.
to spec. Right.
And
It's
switch
all
over between the two.
exactly. So and I teach them how
Yeah.
to, get the blend and how to burn and stuff like that. And the only reason why I'm bringing that up because there's layers to this. Jared
Yeah.
is on the layer after somebody has all
So
that set up.
Yeah.
yeah. So
Jared,
once
yeah,
everything
he
is
does exactly what Brendan, and he just to add on
Yeah.
real quick. I'm sorry, Jared, real quick. I'm sorry.
no
I'm
worries.
gonna get a twofer here. I'm gonna answer this other question that he had at the same time. Yes, it's the new World Wide Web. Web
Mhm.
3 is going to be
Yes.
the new web. Yes,
Yes.
Jared. That Brendan. That is the plan. That Web 3 is going to be the whole new web, where it's going to include the VR, AR, all of that incorporated into one. The blockchain, all that incorporated. So I'm sorry, Jared, you're up.
Go ahead, Jared.
Yeah, yeah. So 100%. I
Ready,
mean,
go.
at the end of the day, what we try and do, or what we do for builders within XSpectar, again, the same way I said to Doc previously in one of my meetings, is once you come up within XSpectar, it's a new space. Everybody knows it. It's a new environment. It's something no one has ever done. So it's very exciting. And there's a lot of ideas. And technically, when you bouncing up or you jump up onto Web3 and onto Expector, you are within yourself your own entrepreneur. And if you take any form of idea, any form of concept, what you're trying to do, what you're trying to achieve, and you put it in, I mean, we had projects coming up where people wanted us to build a little animal shelter, and they would sell puppy tickets. And for every puppy ticket you buy through the metaverse space, they would feed a dog. So those are projects that
Oh,
they're doing. They're
nice.
enhancing it. The cats, they're
Right.
looking after pets. Again, like I said, Doctor, previously, we had a small, a small movie house place. Can I say a movie producing company? And what that is, they basically went and they developed small media clips, small clips to build up a
Ooh.
movie. And what they
Hmm.
actually did is, we are still in the process of chatting them with regards to getting their projects up and running. Is to have a base music, like a very movie theater, to build a movie theater for them in the vision that they want. We can build it out in any way they feel fit. And I know
Right.
Expector also allows for token gated access, where you would actually be able to sell a ticket, and that ticket allows you access for that movie. And what these individual people did
Mm.
is they built the cinema, or they want us to build the cinema with an Expector, and they would sell off their movies. Let's say, for example, the movie is an hour long. They would create a 10-minute snippet of the movie and then cut it within 10 seconds apart from one another.
Right.
And then they would sell those 10-second snippets as NFTs.
Right.
Ooh.
And eventually they would generate the NFT money that comes in, they utilize and they generate to actually fund the rest of their movie base. But that NFT, for every
Ooh.
percentage of video clip that you own royalty-based fees on what the movie can potentially make.
Right.
So those are also different projects and stuff that we've seen
That
come
come
along and
together.
seen work. We are also
Nice.
currently in the process of helping a gentleman called Evol within the Expected Metaverse. And again, I mean, I think Evol is probably in his late 50s. Very interested in what the Web3 base can do. Obviously knows that it's something new. It's interesting. It's going to take off in a big manner. And he's in the
Hmm.
fashion-based industry. So what we're designing for him is an entire fashion-based center. And again, it's
Fashion,
limited
guys.
to.
Fashion. Yep.
Yeah, so he's been in contact with people like Louis Vuitton, H&M, a bunch of other brands that he's been chatting to with regards to actually getting them involved within the project. Now,
You hear
how
that,
his
Nyla?
project is going to be, how
His
his
daughter,
project's going to be.
his daughter is in the she's going to fashion school right now. And so I'm trying to plan a podcast about the fashion industry. So that kind of goes right along with that as well.
I hold
I'm
up.
gonna
I
Yeah,
made her apologize I made her apologize yesterday because she sees how the digital world is really creeping up, even in her
uh-huh.
studies. So I
yeah.
made her apologize. I said, I need you to say sorry.
Oh,
And she didn't know
Yep.
what I was asking her, but she figured
Yep.
it out real quick. She's like, I said, yeah,
yeah,
apologize for saying your daddy's crazy about
Yeah,
two,
yeah,
three
and
years ago.
exactly. Because that's where it's going. And look, you
yeah.
can go into these environments and buy these digital Louis Vuitton because that's one of the things
Or
that
real
Nyla
Louis
was talking.
Vuitton.
Yeah, yeah,
Don't say
exactly.
digital.
So
Both.
Real.
what they're trying to achieve with that is to, or what he's trying to build, because obviously we're going to build the center out. You'll be able to go to every single store, even if you're a local, if you're a local brand creator, you would be able to hire a store from him. We'll be able to customize it exactly the way you want it, the same way you would do it any
Exactly.
other store. And
Yep.
what we're trying to achieve with that is obviously for bigger brands, it will be a bit difficult. Um, but within the game, we would create your clothing piece as is properly within a store. People would be able to buy your brand, and whoever buys that brand or that shirt first. Let's say, for example, you don't want it to be working in this way. You want people to say, if you purchase the shirt within the game, I'll send you the
Right.
actual physical product. For anyone that purchases that
Hmm.
NFT for the first time, you would get the clothing piece within game, and I would send you,
And the NFT,
the
both.
actual the NFT, and you would actually get the shirt or the pants or the
Yep.
whatever the case be sent to your home.
Amazing.
So
So yeah,
there's a
that's
lot of stuff to be
to
done.
add to it. Yeah, I
Uh,
love that. And again, she said Fashion Institute of Technology. Can't wait to speak. So probably
Oh,
next
there
week.
we go.
So Nyla, probably next week. So just put that on your calendar. So I'm putting it on
Yeah,
my mental calendar. And yes, your dad is crazy. That's I'm just quoting what she said. You're crazy.
yeah.
from
It would
Um,
be great if we can get Evil up here for you guys for next
oh
week
Evo, yeah,
or
I said,
wait,
whenever.
I was just about to
Um,
say. I was going to say that.
hold
Can
up.
we? I'm going to invite. Expectar. We would love to invite you in right now. Doc's going to send you a link,
Hold up, I
and
gotta
I would love to have you jump on in here and give some insight as well. Would it be normal to give 7 levels, 20 minutes per each level? Then you complete that building. Would it be normal
um,
to give 7
20
levels?
minutes per each level. I might
Level.
not understand that
I don't. I
100%, but
don't
I mean,
either. But
seven
we'll.
levels.
Yeah.
well,
So you want a 7 level structure, uh, and then you want people to have 20 minutes per level.
Each
Then
level,
you
then you
complete.
complete that
Oh,
building.
oh, he wants them to go through a journey.
Oh
So
yeah, 100%.
regard yes, so a journey. So each level, they're in that level for 20 minutes. He does vibration and sound therapy. And so within those environments, I'm guessing he wants levels where they've got 20-minute session and then they go into another environment for another 20-minute session. So I
Yeah,
think what we would probably do in that case is move them into portals and then they would just go
yeah,
into another portal or if their room, however you would do that.
yeah. Well, the other thing is when we do the dev on the development of the actual, because we will have some form of gaming aspect, but we would be able to create a server base within Expector where you can go through the server in your own world, where we're not necessarily limited to um, building structure style with, as Expector is, we can basically build it in our own way in any which way you feel fit.
Right.
And then
Ha-
we would be able
Hazo,
to
right?
create sound. We'll be able to amend the sound for you in such a way that if you walk closer to something, then it will be loud. If you walk back, it will be softer. We can amend all of those sounds again because we've previously worked a lot, obviously from PC gaming to console-based development, mobile and VR. We would be able to incorporate all the base functionalities that we have, especially when it comes to sound. I think people don't understand how
I
sound changes
know
everything. I
it's
mean,
amazing.
imagine a life without
They
music.
don't.
it won't work.
Oh
So
my
that's
gosh.
why.
Also, what your company does, it also can create
When
the
you're
transition
immersed
from
and the sound is just like,
from
oh,
from
sorry.
Web3. No,
Just had a
when
moment.
you go from now, it's Pazzo that one needs a link, right?
Right. Exactly.
Pazzo. Okay, got it. I'm sending it. So
Yeah, send Pazzo the link.
oh, I'm sorry. So that
Hey,
transition
Pazzo.
between multi Web3 and VR. So when you're talking about what you're doing, like for example, right now we have a movie house that's what the director is actually on here right now. Hey,
Yeah.
Sherilyn, and
Hey, hey,
basically is there could be a
Welcome.
transition between Web3 discussing the project, but there could also be a VR transformation where they're in an immersive space where they can see clips of the movies, where that can be tokenized and people from all over the world can actually see that. We have a musician, Robert G, that might be on. He wants to know how to put his money. There's somebody talking about your gap, bro. They love it. So,
Really? Really?
Sorry. It just came across.
You got your sidelined for that.
So,
really? That sidelines you?
That's what people aren't getting that. Okay, so well, I'm going to jump back for a quick second because remember I'm in it from an economic perspective because my nihilist was a little expensive back in the day. My daughter that's listening, so I'm trying to figure out the economic aspect of it, and I think that's what people when I talk to everybody I do talk to about, you should really look into this because when it's out, oh, it's going to be too late.
Oh yeah.
Like when it becomes a thing,
early.
it's going to be too late.
This is early. This is early. You need to get in right now. This is
well,
the time
no,
to get
this
it.
is not. This
It's
is not
actually,
financial
you're right.
advice. This
Yeah,
is
I know. You're right.
What we happen to be involved in. She told me to leave you alone, Devlin. About your gap. She said it's cute. So, my perspective is that people should really look at it, and I think people are kind of pushing it to the side. And I said it's just like the internet, right? When I think pizza.com just sold for 3.7 million. Well, the original person that bought it probably bought it for $30, right?
Sorry, Simba's bugging, of course. You know, for those of you that know Simba, yeah, he's out there bugging.
But people I just want people to pay closer attention to it because once it's adopted, it's like finding out about a stock, right? Usually by the time it gets to you, it's too late to invest in it. And I like people to just understand that digital real estate, in my opinion, is going to rival real estate because it's going to be the analytics of businesses. And you showed apartments, like people aren't going to live there. But however, there is a real estate portion of what you do as well, where you can show properties that are for sale and exit. That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah,
that's a whole.
A lot of people actually utilize that with real estates. So you would be able to say, I'm going to buy a piece of land, put a house on it. A lot of people can have a look at it, and you're going to be able to get a target people that would be able to purchase the house within for actual crypto.
Right.
So I know Proppy is one of the apps that actually utilize that. So you would be able to pop down a house and say, you know what, if you own the house, you're also going to own the house within XSpectar or whatever the case would be. That really makes it nice. So a lot of people are trying to utilize Web3 based technology such as NFTs and etc. in a real world environment.
I think I sent Pazzo.
Hey, what's up, Beck Bay? It's okay. You're late. It's all right. Welcome to the party. Beck Bay saying, what's up?
Well, we got something to say about Beck Bay. Beck Bay, we appreciate the video that you sent.
We do. Go on, Doc.
And I love the fact that you put it together. I think it's funny. Jared, I don't think I sent it to you, but I will. I sent it out to a few people. Wendy's, she's gorgeous, but she's a lot of curse words. A lot of curse words. I don't curse. I know that.
I was trying to figure out how many times I would have to hit the edit button or the censor button. It would take me too long. I would really have to hit that censor button a long time. There was too many curse words in there. Beck Bay, if you can just tone it back just a little, I'll play it next time.
Beck Bay, we love you.
Yeah, love you to death. Sorry, babe.
Pazzo. Okay. I'm trying to get a link to Pazzo. So I'm sorry, we kind of got off track there.
You still haven't gotten him the link?
No, well, I put it on Discord, but I'm not sure if it went through because it's like, man, none of your business.
Yeah, the bleep button. That's the word I was looking for to say. Yes, the bleep button.
Sure. share a link.
One land plot currently cost around 15 XRP, about 40 USD. Just saying, early bird prices. That was directly from Mr. Pazzo. We're trying to get you on here, Mr. Pazzo. Doc, for some reason,
I
doesn't
sent it in
know
Discord.
how to send a message
Jared, for the basic
for a link.
basic folks in here, I say that you have to. It's almost like when people started taking money from under the pillow and putting it in the bank. There's a process to it. You know, you're talking about NFTs and all that stuff, and it's just the language, right? Because people didn't until you understand the language, like even the language of buying a house. Until you buy one, you don't understand the language, and you go through the process. And now it's pretty, simple for people. It's like everything. This digital world has a language to it, and once people
Smart contract.
Smart contract, right? NFTs,
Smart contract.
And shoot, they're gonna make houses NFTs with smart contracts, right?
Yep.
I do think XRP has signed a deal with some corporation in Dubai where they are doing real estate with billions and billions of dollars worth of real estate. That real world real estate assets built on the XRP ledger. And it's exactly like you mentioned. I mean, back in the day, I remember my mom always used to tell me that once the internet came out, everybody's like, I think it was not Steve Jobs, Amazon. And then they were like, you're going to buy stuff online. And everybody's like, there's no way in hell anyone would ever put their banking details on there. There's no way. Today, you cannot live without that. And I think that's the biggest beauty for me. I think it's back in the day when everything started up.
I sent Pazzo a link.
He sent you a link. So hopefully he pops in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just come on in.
But again, at the end of the day, where everything started, I mean, when internet just came up and no one understood it, it was like, what the hell? And a small amount of people took the opportunity
just like they are doing
to invest, learn what it does, invest in it, and build on it. And that's what created the internet. That created multi-billionaires back in the day. Because they utilized something what was new. And again, it is difficult because it's technology. It's something that, technology is something for easily to explain. Is you put your computer on now, it's working. You go drink coffee, come back, it's not working. That's technology, which is it's hectic, and sometimes you want to break something. But technology also, I mean, if you look at ChatGPT, ChatGPT in itself, the knowledge is no longer in a book. The knowledge is with you.
In your hand,
everything you need
at
is
all
with
times.
You. And again, like everybody says on every channel, always do your own research, and that's 100% do your own research. But I do think investment opportunities, building opportunities, getting a brand out there, getting a project out there, it's become so much easier, and your potential reach of customers is endless.
It's endless. It's 24/7.
It's 24/7. There's no stops.
I mean, you're international 24 hours a day. I don't understand like the reach you could get with your products. I mean, and just from the smallest product to the largest product, if you're selling things online, if you have an online presence, it's like I have an ability to get my stuff in front of more people internationally than any other way than like this.
Coastal Coffee, Jared, Coastal Coffee, right?
Yes.
Right. Coastal Coffee's in XSpectar. This lady has a plot everywhere for her Coastal Coffee. She's an entrepreneur, I believe, out of Florida. I looked her up because that's what
she's pretty.
Yeah, and she has a plot. She has a building everywhere. She just used one block, and I know. Oh man, there's so much to talk about when you think about that. But she has her thing. I looked her up. You can buy coffee, so you can go into the Web3.
Yeah.
Right. Can you click it now for the coffee? I can't remember. I don't know.
You can click it. It pops up. You click on it and it pops up. Yeah. I think what she did is, what they actually did is they got one dev to, I can't remember who the dev was. I think it was Quantum.
Quantum Realms?
Could be so, but it's also a third. Yeah, I think it was a third party builder. They came in, built them their little stands, and they went to go pop them down everywhere. And again, yes, you walk in, you can actually click on the coffee screen, and you will be able to order coffee directly through their website, and it will be delivered at your house. Again,
and she has her positioning.
So he said he can't join today, but he loves the conversation. Well, That's all right. Maybe next time. We'll get you next time on here. But again, I'm glad you're here in the chat and hanging out with us.
And Jared, we're cognizant of your time because I recognize that you are in South Africa. So you let us
Yeah.
know, okay? Because
Well,
we have a lot of people that are very interested in what you have to say as
Well-
far as this digital work. Because right now, you got people right now banging their heads, like Cheryl Lynn
Yeah.
from W3K Production. She it's a small, I don't know if it's a theater, but movie group that's going to be doing some movies. And
As you can
she's
look, I sent you the link as well on the
on.
movie that we currently. So Quantum Realms, we're currently building a hillside casino and resort. We actually built a movie house within this casino resort. So I do think if someone wants to do something like that without the hassle of buying up land and building your own thing, Quantum Realm would definitely be looking at something like collaboration that says you can have the entire cinema studio for whatever you want to do with it. I think I
put
sent
out a
it over.
project. To put
Yeah, I
out a
sent it
project.
over. I sent it over Discord to you as well, Doc Maasi.
I got you.
And yeah, it just shows the video creation based aspect. But again, the limitations of this is there's no actual limitation when it comes to something like this. If you want to build a project out and you want to make funds out of it, I mean, I'm talking about people that's making music, that's selling
Yeah.
their music off as NFTs,
Yeah.
normal
Mhm.
artists, people
Yeah.
selling.
Exactly.
There's currently people selling, days to stay in my house. I mean, I've seen crazy stuff. I mean, you can stay in my house for like 2 days and then you pay me X amount of XRP. That's perfectly fine. And the beauty about Web3 based, the beauty about cryptocurrency is if you are in a position where you'll be able to receive crypto and you actually hold on to whatever crypto you believe in. Again, I fully back XRP and I have done since 2015, 2016. I mean, XRP's been around since 2004 before it
Right.
even
It's
had
been
the
a
name
minute.
change to. It's been a minute. They've been around the block and they've been in the
Uh-huh.
financial sector for years. And the one thing that's changing all around the world is the financial based sector. I'm not saying they're going to be the only ones that are going to be able to do that,
Yeah,
but
but they're in there.
they're
They're in
pretty
the
good at
game.
what they're doing.
Yeah,
They're pretty
they at least get to
brilliant
play in
at
the game.
But
Exactly. And again, if you're going to go up and you're going to sell a piece of art, let's say, for example, you sell a piece of art for 10 XRP, which is what, let's say $30.
Mhm.
And you're like, oh, that's great. I made my first sale. Eventually, you're obviously going to be motivated. You're really going to push for that. And then,
Mhm.
secondly, when XRP's price goes from $3, not even, let's say from $3 to $6, that's double your profit that you had, which means your initial thing that you sold off for $30 is you actually now made $60 onto that. So it's great. So you would be able to sell something, hold on to what people paid you,
Right.
and the volume that you got would be able to grow within time as long as you
Yep.
hold on to it.
And,
Exactly.
and
XRP, according to my buddy Jesse, Real World VR says XRP is the second most tested. So yeah, so
so
it's not going nowhere.
I'm trying to get people to be able to visually say what you're talking about, Jared. So like which is actually phenomenal about XSpectar. Even if you just have that one block, even though Coastal Coffee didn't do it, but you can put a portal. That's what we really need to emphasize. You can put a
Those
portal in that
portals.
one
Oh,
block. And guess what's behind that portal, people that are listening? Anything you want, because then it goes on your server.
it's on
So you
your
can
yep.
have one block and you can
Hmm.
create an amusement park where people or a game like VS
Yep.
Protocol. In that one plot, you can create the back end. Now, expensive, don't get me wrong. So what I'm saying is not cheap to do, but you can have one block and you can create a portal. Because remember, even though we're limited to some way, it's not limited like real estate. Real estate, you have a building, that's it. In
Yep.
digital real estate, you have your plot, your NFT, blockchain piece of property ownership. You have it, it's yours. You can pass it down to your kids, all that stuff. But you have that, you can create a portal. On that
Environments.
portal, you can create
Hmm.
whatever you want on the back end.
Hmm.
And then think about the evolution of VR. So now people are going to be on these Ready Player One, perfect example, Jared, that people need to go watch and pay attention to these kids
Yep.
coming home and going to this immersive environment. Now all of a sudden you have billions of people. Was it 5 billion people a day that use the internet? They're trying to get VR up to a billion. I think that's the threshold of a billion people using it on a daily basis. And think about that's why I push early
Yep.
adoption. People need to pay attention to what we're talking about. Jab video we showed in the beginning, all those squares, they're all mostly gone. I mean, you can still get property, but it's not that wide open space that we showed in that very beginning, people are getting stuff. That makes sense. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
That gotta make sense.
No, I
No.
did. I was reading Beck Bay's. She said, "Did you guys watch the
The video?
GRE episode the other day with
I'm very
Elon
quick.
talking about what the next 5 to 6 years will look like with AI development?" No, we missed it.
Crazy.
I missed it. Sorry about that. Yes, he's got it. Build a business that collects digital assets like the Bitcoin pizza transaction.
Yeah,
Exactly,
the
Doc.
pizza, I
Yeah.
think pizza.com.
Yep,
Yeah. Now, a lot of
exactly.
people ask me, I know I'm talking a lot, I apologize, and I'm going to be quiet for a second, but some people also ask me, why are you in digital real estate? I say, look up was it Sandbox Atari deal or was it the Central Land? That's okay, either way. Look up the biggest
Yeah.
land deal. The fact that you had a land deal, I think Atari got it earlier, and I think it was sold for like $2.6 million, that they just resold it for $4 million. That's digital real estate. And that's not $4 million in like, I don't know, pixie dust. That was $4 million in actual money. So here's the thing. I don't
Yeah.
know what Atari knows, right?
Cash.
But I know they kind of know more than me when it comes to the digital world because they spent over $2-3 million and then partnered up with somebody.
Right.
I think it was some sort of deal for like $4 million. So
They might
if
know a little something.
they might know a little something. And Web3, they're saying what, like 80% of businesses in the next 5 years plan to develop some sort of Web3 development and transition to VR. So these are numbers that are easy to see. So when people ask them questions, well, I don't understand. You didn't understand your 401k, but somebody convinced you to put money in it. And eventually you got acclimated to that information. You didn't understand tweeting. You didn't understand none of that. You didn't understand the
Yep.
internet before the internet became a thing. So my point is
Exactly.
people really need to take a closer look because this is literally a gold mine. We're not guaranteeing XSpectar is going to be that one. We don't know, right? That's just the one we know about and the one I'm involved in as well as multiverse and VR. But if you
300
don't take a look
300
at the
plots
metaverse,
plus.
oh, daddy big up in there. Yeah, daddy, all right.
Yeah, 300, yeah,
300.
yeah.
Anyway,
Hey,
but
can I?
that's
Hey,
my point. Go ahead.
can I borrow one? Can I borrow one, Doc? Can I just?
No, Jared. So
Hey,
I'm just trying to tell people that you need to look at this. They need to, and I love the fact that I know you in AJ Studios. The first time I saw your stuff was when I went into the town square, right? And I went in
where
there
our
and I actually
offices
took
are.
people in there. Yeah, and I took Devil in there. I actually went in your
Yeah.
place and went upstairs.
Oh, it was
You have
cool.
the Oculus. You have the little Oculus set. I think you have a portal on the desk, right? This little swirly.
Yeah.
Is that a portal?
So
yeah.
So basically, once you walk in, you're going to get the quality of what XSpectar limits you,
Right.
what you can have with an XSpectar. So that gives you the office space. If you go to the screen, you can go to the AJ Studios home, and that's where you go within the server base, and then it shows you
Yes.
the quality difference between
cool
what
stuff.
is within XSpectar and then what your
Right.
server can produce. There is no limitations. And
There's
again,
no limitation.
obviously, I'm going to have to bounce off in the
Yeah,
next few
no, we're
minutes.
gonna
But
Yep. No. We
one
got you
last
longer
thing.
than we expected.
No worries. One thing that I am looking at doing, or what AJ Studios is looking at doing going forward, is we're going to create Web3 or XSpectar-based micro businesses. You say what you will, and what we're going to try and achieve with that is once people purchase the apartment, they would be able to generate income with that by sitting at home as XSpectar gets more adoption. Again, I do think most people go over to Decentraland, Roblox, etc., because it's fun, it's active, and there's things to get to interact with, and that's what we're going to try and achieve. And we're going to start it off with a simple base. Let's say, for example, a bar, where you're going to have a pool table and a dartboard, or whatever the case be. And if you are the owner, let's say, for example, you purchasing one of our bars, let's say we've got 5 different bars, one for beach city, one for whatever, different themed. You purchase the bar. You as the actual token holder, your address will be linked directly to that NFT. And then if anyone goes within your bar, and they would be able to, let's say, for example, challenge a friend to say, I'm going to challenge you 5 XRP that I could beat you at a game. Now, let's say, for example,
Right.
once you put the 5 XRP down, you're actually going to pay, let's say, 5.2 XRP to get it done. If I win the game, I'm going to make 10 XRP because it's going to be my 5 and your 5, an additional 2.2, which is now 0.4 XRP, which is separate. That's going to be paid directly to the token holder or the property owner's wallet address.
I know.
So
you hear that? Yes.
So what we're going to try and do again with this is to try and push more properties where people will be able to purchase it. And it's not just something that's going to stay there or something you have to work with. You're just going to stop. You're going to wait. People are going to start playing your games around, doing whatever they feel they want to do, whether it be basketball, whatever. We try and put that aspect in it, and you would be able to generate money from there on out.
So,
Now, I don't want you to leave yet until I talk about your video game that you're also creating. Now, I love, just real quick, I just want to, I love the concept because it just kind of segues into your XRP and the earning money in the actual game. So again, you guys,
we'll let you go. But no. Then we'll let you go because I'm going to say this and then we'll talk about your game. And I know you have to go, but people love your accent. And they want to know if it's Dutch. Now, here's the thing. I don't think your accent's all
It's always weird.
Me neither.
No, it's not, but it goes quick.
I don't think it's
especially if I get stressed out.
Yeah,
whatever. Dude. But all the ladies seem to like it. But
yeah,
whatever.
So anyway, talk about your game.
All right. Well, so the game, what I enjoy about the game is that you actually get to earn money in the game. So you get to earn when you actually win real XRP when you go to different levels. So I know you have to leave and I don't want to touch a lot on it, but I love the concept of it and how you're creating it. I was watching some of your videos and of the game and broken down and kind of I was going through it a little bit and I like it.
Yeah, so currently VS Protocol, which is a game that we're currently in development, it's completely in its infancy. It's brand new, and the base concept around VS Protocol is it's going to be a AAA based game. That's what we try to achieve, something like Call of Duty with a bit of a PUBG effect. I don't know for whoever plays games. It's an extraction-based game, which allows individual players that play the game to be able to earn if they extract with everything that they've mined successfully. They own the cryptocurrencies that they actually pull out. So we currently partnered up with Solana Gaming, where we had the Solana-based hackathon, which was very, very successful. Base. We had a bunch of people testing out the beginning beta of the game. To get the feel of how it works and all that stuff. We are looking at physically launching the game complete with everything working at 100% within the third quarter of 2027. So that is quite some time away from now.
Right.
And again, it's not going to be a sequel-based game, which every single year you have to buy a new game. It's going to be your game. It's going to be linked to your stuff. And again, it's going to be wallet-based, so you're going to log in with your wallet. But we're not going to have a token that represents what our game's value is. The mere fact that we don't do that is if you're looking at, for example, Decentraland, they got Mana, it represents them. You're looking at XSpectar, you got the XSpectar token. Everything, what a lot of people do is they build a base project out and they do believe that if they can show that their token holds liquidity, it's got market cap, it's active, people believe that the project's doing brilliant. But what they don't actually take into consideration, the one is I'm playing a game for fun and I'm making money out of it. And the other one is people waiting for a return on investment. I'm going to buy and short and do whatever I possibly can with the share, which is not a clear indication of what my actual game's value is. So we'll never actually have a token that's linked to it. And we're going to be multi-chained. Where, for example, if within the game, if you play, as we partner with different cryptocurrencies, we have partnered with a few already and we are speaking with them. Again, Solana is one of them, where they would be able to, what they would do is they would sponsor the actual basket of crypto that we're going to start from the beginning, which is going to be mineable. And the game has its own way of, obviously you can't disclose the way that the game uses funding as yet. But it is a continuous role base where the game funds itself and it's a continuous aspect. And the more you play, the more you earn. Again, we are like most traditional base games incorporating NFTs where you'll be able to get a new gun skin or a character or a jetpack or whatever the case be. But those are all just base cosmetics because the game isn't set out to, the more money I put in, the better I can play. It's not like that.
Right.
The base thing is that everybody is set to a base as equal. But the NFT aspect of it just allows the transactions based off what we're doing. So if you have a skin, which is a one of one, currently, I mean, I know friends that play the game Call of Duty for endless amounts of hours, probably 7 to 8 hours on a daily basis, just for them to bounce up and say, you know what, we've got a new release, but nothing that you've purchased previously is going to transfer over, and you actually don't have any physical value to
Right.
it. So what we
Exactly.
want to try and achieve is have a AAA based game,
Mhm.
again, for third world based countries such as South Africa, and I mean many other countries as well. You have a lot of people playing games.
Right.
But this will be able to provide players the opportunity to actually be able to support a
earn.
household
Mhm.
with
And
digital.
earn
I
at
mean,
the
if
same
you
time while playing a game.
exactly, and a lot of people get confused with regards to like, oh, but how can I spend my crypto? It's so confusing. I just
Not
utilize a thing
anymore.
called Bitrefill. I don't know if
Mhm.
you guys have ever heard of Bitrefill.
Mm-mm.
Um,
I
it's
haven't.
incredible. It's an app. I've traveled to France. A few months back, we went to France, and all you do is you pick up your phone, you make sure that there's crypto in that wallet, and then you select the location you're at. We selected France, went to Airbnb. I booked my Airbnb with using my crypto, and we
Oh,
stayed.
nice.
So
Oh,
anything from a
okay.
store,
Yeah.
from your grocery stores, all the
Right.
way
It's
to the
changed a
people that do
lot.
your cars.
Yeah.
I utilize
PayPal now
Bitrefill.
does it. Yeah, PayPal, Coinbase does
Yeah.
it as well, where you can transfer it out of there. So I know we don't
Yeah.
want to keep. I don't want to keep you too much longer. I have one couple questions here. How
Cool.
old is Expectar? I'm sorry, I know they just wanted to, Beck Bay wanted to know how
I
old
can
it
answer
is.
that question.
What? Okay. All right. And as an investor, this one might be for him. As an investor, can I hire someone to help me? This
Yes.
person would be technical
Yes.
advisor. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you can, Brendan. Yes, we will take care of you.
Because we're going to continue the podcast, guys. We're not leaving. We're going to have
Yeah, we ain't going
a
nowhere. We
little bit.
got
We're
you,
going to talk.
Brendan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jared.
Again, when it comes to anything with building aspect, we do the visual based aspect. And again, just to bear or take in consideration, every person that joins Expector, even whether they expect or anything, whether they join Web3, um, unfortunately, it sounds weird and it sounds stressful, but every single person that joins Web3, you are a solo entrepreneur, and you're going to be backing your project beyond belief. But the beauty about this is once you get the backing of the community behind you, you be able to get people that's going to collaborate with you. Someone,
Mm-hmm.
for example, if you someone that does skin therapy or sound
Yes.
therapy, you're going to get someone in the industry that's like, dude, I do that. Let's
Right.
collaborate. Let's make something
Yeah.
happen. And you're gonna, and that's the magnificent thing
Because
about
you're
it.
going
The
to be
only thing
established.
is
Yep.
exactly the biggest thing is just a lot of people I've tried to assist with regards to getting to the Web3 based space is they tend to not want to speak about what they're actually trying to do, even though the project's brilliant. But people want to know who you are. And I think that's the biggest thing. That's what the Web3 gives. Once you join the Twitter space and you speak about my project is I paint art for a living and that makes me happy. Immediately, whoever's on that space, sometimes you can join spaces with 3, 4, 500 people attending at the same time. Someone's going to look at you and think, shit, this guy's
Yeah.
art's actually, or this person's art's actually beautiful. And they go up there and they purchase 3, 4, 5 of your pieces. And
Yeah.
like I said, all you need to do is you need to sell 1 or 2 pieces, and you're going to be so motivated to create more. And
Yes.
above and beyond that, where if you go put your art in a normal gallery or your work on a radio or a station or try to get your work out there, that's one thing. But the community that backs you, that follows you,
Yes.
Yeah.
that's positive
Big
feedback that you
difference. Big
continuously get.
difference.
Big,
Mhm.
big difference. Yes, you're going to get a few people that's like, oh, what is this?
Right.
But not as much. I think the backing
Right.
of positive feedback on, especially in this community base, is magnificent. You join a space, chat about it once, people praise you, and they say, you know what? It's phenomenal for you to even jump up and speak. I mean, I know that for the first time, if I jump up and I speak, I get very, very nervous and I speak fast. And then a lot of
They
people
like your
don't make
voice
out what I'm
anyway.
trying to say.
They
Yeah,
like your voice
exactly.
anyway. I'm seeing the little chat.
So,
He
but
sounds so
yeah.
good.
Oh, his
So,
voice. Ooh,
Oh,
hoo,
he
hoo.
sounds
Yeah, I
so
know.
good.
Hey,
Anyway,
but
and
yeah,
Beck
don't get
Bay,
caught, Devlin.
yes,
Don't get
get
caught.
your
Don't get caught up,
gallery.
Devlin. Don't
Get
get
your
caught up in
gallery.
Devlin. Don't
Get
get
your
caught up in
gallery.
Devlin,
Yeah.
brother. You have to go because Devlin will try take you down another
Yeah.
road. You'll be here for another
I
30
will.
minutes.
I will.
So
Hey, Jared, we
we're gonna,
appreciate you coming
we're gonna
in.
have you back.
We appreciate
And
you,
Expector.
and you gave us a whole bunch of
There
knowledge.
you go.
And
Alexa,
shut up.
set alarm for 1 minute.
Shut up. All right, but no, Jared, thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Do not don't I'm gonna exit you, but don't leave yet. You can leave
Oh,
in a
don't
couple
leave.
seconds. you can leave
Correct.
because
Yeah.
it won't record
Okay.
up. So just I'm gonna take you out, but then well, that didn't sound right. But you'll be backstage, but just don't hang up. Give it a couple minutes and then you can hang up.
I
All
will
right.
do so. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Thanks.
Do
Dude, I
We
appreciate it.
appreciate you.
Thank you very much. XSpectar in the house. There we go. I sent
Yep,
you a
he can
I
still
sent you
hear
a
us.
logo.
Hey, yeah, I
sent
know.
you
I
the
saw that.
logo
I
too.
have it.
So
Hold on.
when
I'm
we
gonna share.
end,
Here we go.
we're gonna put the logo of XSpectar on there. And for those of you who know, it's XSpectar.com, begins with an X, and it's.com. You'll see it. There you go. It's
Yeah,
XSpectar.com.
there it is.
So cool. That was great. Like when I say
Yes.
he's doing, I mean, he couldn't get all into it, but he built like the main tower in XSpectar, which
Oh wow.
I didn't get a unit in there because I was so adamant about getting the Alexa turn off. Devin, stop talking. Okay. So
Leave me alone.
so, so but he built that, and I was like, people here have to understand that guy's a AAA builder. Like him and his group of they're
Right.
on a totally different level. And
Insane. When you
yeah,
took me in there, it was
yeah, that was
insane.
so yeah, so okay, it's my show now because you don't know nothing about this
Yep.
stuff.
I'm
Jared's
hey, I'm
gone.
just sitting
You don't
here.
know nothing. So let me
Yeah.
talk. So
He might.
people,
Yeah.
what questions do you have for me? Because I can answer questions.
Come on
And
now.
I'm basic because Jared knows way more.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Come on. You guys got some questions. We know you do.
yeah, see, at the end of the day, and the reason I'm really on it is because eventually it's going to be too late, and people really need
Yeah.
to take a look. Again, I'm not guaranteeing you, even the properties that I have in Expect are gonna
All
boom.
300
I'm
of them.
not. I got more than that. You know, I got more than that. What are you talking about? I
300
got a
plus.
bunch.
Yeah.
But and hold. So here's the thing about digital real estate, and I will tell you this now, guys. Anybody who looks
Nyla,
into it and
Nyla,
research,
Nyla learned a lot. She said,
man, now it's still I don't know. I don't know. She called me crazy back in the day.
well, "You are crazy."
Now she want to listen. Now my daughter wants to
Actually, I
listen.
take that back. I take that back. That wasn't her that called you crazy. I
Who
read
called
that
me
wrong.
crazy? Who called me crazy?
Jesse called you crazy. He was
Oh,
telling
Jesse.
your daughter that your dad's crazy. So yeah,
Oh man, I ain't crazy.
yeah,
But anyway,
you
listen.
are crazy.
So my thing is the key to the digital world is to get in early. If you don't get, the only reason why I have the units that I have, multiverse included, the only reason why I have what I have is because I got in early. If somebody tried to get in
Multiverse.
at where I'm at
How
now,
many? What properties you got,
man,
Doc?
stop playing.
What level are you on, Doc? You know
It's,
you want to
it's,
say it.
it's up
You
there.
know
I'm
you
not
want
gonna
to
say
say
it.
it.
I'm not gonna say
Say
it.
it.
I'm
Are you
not
at
gonna say it.
800 yet? 7 what?
Nah, I'm at 8.
7. Yo,
I'm at 8.
you got to 8.
Yeah, I got the
I just asked you the other day, and you was at 7, like 7.
man. Look, mind your business. You know, we gotta help these people get down with the
800.
metaverse. So
800.
so listen. So understand what we're talking about. I implore you to go back, look at Ready Player One, and just understand how these kids will go into this immersive atmosphere and basically doing all that stuff you can pretty much do now. And that's the funny thing about it, because
Right.
everybody
Yeah,
doesn't have
that
the
we're
headset.
there. We are
Yeah.
there at that point where you can actually. So, Brendan says, "How does he get started?" You can reach out to Doc. Just send him a message, and he will set you up with a. He'll walk you through
I'll
the
explain it to you.
whole process. And when I say the whole, he'll break it down to you. Get your wallet all set up. Make sure that everything's good. So again, I know you guys were talking a whole nother language, and we talk about this VR, this headset that's back here, and how we believe. And again, this is us talking our opinion. 3 old guys trying to make a difference in the world.
One of our old
And
guys is sick right now, but he'll be back.
yes, and really sad. So really don't like that. So I see, we love you, miss you, buddy. Um, but
So
we have this VR headset, and we've been able to see things
right,
that
that's it.
that people have no clue what's going on
Right.
behind the scenes, and we're able to see something that most people have no idea. We can explain it to you till the cows come home.
And
Until
guess
you
what?
actually dive in and actually try it out, it won't it I know it sounds foreign.
Mhm.
People were, oh, we sounded Chinese and all the different languages, and I know. But once you get in there and you see what's really happening, you can actually see where the future is going to be going. And if you don't get in at a nice time early on, At least get your foot wet and get in there with something, because then once you get in there and you taste it, what happens, Doc? Once you
Right.
taste it,
No, well, yeah, you want to once if you taste it and understand it, that's the difference, right? You
exactly.
got to understand what's
Yes.
going on. The fact that the Web3 and the reason why people may ask why is it on computer and it's not in VR headset, because these aren't strong enough yet. They're not
Nope.
strong enough to do
Yeah.
what XSpectar is doing in the open world with using Unreal Engine. It's just not. When these headsets get stronger, then that's when that transition will come, where these Web3 projects are going to have a VR option where you'll be able to go in VR.
Right.
And by that time,
So
a lot of the digital places are going to be taken up. It's going to be a
yep.
different world. You want to get in that.
So Annette Harris.
Annette, yes.
Yes.
That's
Annette said,
multiverse.
I need Doc to explain at an elementary level so I can catch up with you guys. Yes.
Okay.
Again.
She said, Doc, she ain't ask you. She ain't ask you. She ain't ask you. You about to go. She didn't ask you. You was about to go, weren't you? Alexa, was he not going to go crazy?
The engine was started. The engine was started, Doc. I was about to. I was about to go. Yes.
That's what
you're right.
Asked. So listen.
Go on and answer, Doc.
So Annette is basically the next evolution of the internet. So if you ever
he will break it down to you. Yes.
So if you ever look at it like everybody here seen Grand Theft Auto, right? Or Fortnite or whatever, or Grand Theft Auto. And they have this imaginary city where you're driving, yes, you're shooting people, running over people. We're not talking about right. Sims too, right?
There you go.
Sims, yeah, to some degree. But imagine people, it'd be an established map and people actually owning that particular building, right? You can actually own it as an NFT. I was told to leave you alone, Harvey. I think he glitched. Everybody, I think he glitched. I think I'm here by myself.
I didn't glitch. No, I'm right here.
So imagine,
leave me alone.
From a simplistic standpoint, imagine Grand Theft Auto, the game, where you have all these buildings and cities on the side. Now, if we tell you Grand Theft Auto, the new one that's coming out, it's like one of the most expensive video games I think ever made. It's up there. You can look it up. It's coming out and it costs like, I don't know, 3 or 4 million to make or whatever. And imagine if there are literally hundreds of thousands of people playing that game every day. If you own that building, you know,
the exposure you get.
Exactly. So you got, and remember, we're talking adults, people. We're not talking about kids playing these games.
Definitely. With buying power.
Right. So if you own, I don't know, a whiskey company, right? And you bought that digital, let's say that digital plot right there, they were going to charge you $500 for it. Once you have it, you own it. You can pass that to generations. It's based on whether that platform survives, right? If that platform crashes, like a company buying stock, yeah, your money's gone. However, if you pay the $500 and you own that space, you put a building, you put your whiskey brand in there, and you have literally tens of thousands of people at any given time seeing that brand and can go in that store and purchase your product. Then when this transitions to VR, once it's VR, now all of a sudden you'll be playing the game VR and people will go, oh, what's this? Oh, I need me some liquor.
Oh, let me add an element. Okay. You ready? Let me add an element to it. Now, imagine you putting on your headset as the owner, and as those people come into your VR establishment, you can actually meet them and talk to them face to face from around the world. So not only do they get to come in 24 hours a day, but it gives you an opportunity to get with your customers and your clients and everybody, and you can jump in there, communicate with them and say, hey, you don't have to worry about safety, travel. You can just be right there with them, answer any questions they have. So Brendan, if you're in an environment and you've got all of your stuff sitting on the corner of Washington and Maine, and they've got your building sitting right there, and they walk inside and you've got the sound going and they walk in, and then you just pop in all of a sudden and be like, hey, I can answer any questions for you. We got this over here. And it just right out of the back, you get to make the call. You don't have to staff it. You don't have to do it. You own it. So it's yours. So that's kind of a
Yeah, so
a
think about the
bonus.
money aspect, right? So money aspect, you just bought this now this is before it becomes popular. Trust me, if somebody's selling that, they already bought it and the platform becomes whatever, where we talk about Grand
I
Theft
gotta
Auto.
talk about Icy. I gotta talk about
I see.
Icy.
But listen, so you own that. So what'll happen is you made me forget. Alexa, just mad at you, man. I forgot what I was gonna say. Crap. Alexa, be quiet. You own that. Okay. Oh, think about the financial. If you were to buy a building in real life, so this is where the risk comes in, right? Risk versus reward. You're buying a building. We're talking 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, $800,000, right? But look what you don't have. You don't have to deal with the licensing inspections, employees, electricity, and all that stuff. And you have a business that's going 24/7, just like a website, except it's the next rendition of it.
Yep.
If I should say that. So
below the periscope. What's up, Pete? Guy I'm working helping with this podcast. Pete, what's up, man? Below the periscope. What's up?
oh, you're helping him with his podcast?
Yeah. So it's below.
What you're doing. You don't know what you're doing, bro. You don't know what you're doing. Get somebody else. Get somebody else. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be muted.
I'm gonna hold up. Yeah, let me mute this. Oh, I almost said something. Okay. And then Icy goes, oh my gosh, let's see. He said, I left. Miss Harmony was talking. I came back. Harmony was talking. And
look, we're only gonna stay on for another 10 minutes if anybody's
right.
because we're already overdue. But this
just open a store. Oh, Honey Bear Catherine opened up a store in Horizon Worlds. I'm selling avatar clothing. See, again, you've got opportunities out there, guys, that you can go into different places and purchase through the metaverse, in multiverse, Horizon Worlds, go in, all that good stuff. So Doc,
just think about the math, right? So we're talking microtransactions. I mean, right now there's some people doing that, and she's just and Honey Bear's established stuff like yada yada. They're establishing themselves. They're establishing their businesses. For Sandra, Tina, and Peaches, they have their
Peaches, exactly.
my mom bought a piece from their art and stuff like that, and obviously we're going to support all.
I see bought some too.
Exactly. So it's about microtransactions. For example, I'm gonna give somebody to understand why I'm really in this. So I bought these digital yachts, and the question is, why would I buy that? Because they're interoperable, and they're the cheapest probably they're gonna be ever. And because I'm there, the developer launched them, and I'm like, hey, I want a couple, because those little yachts will be able to go into games, right? Those yachts have an inside, so now I can charge somebody for marketing, and this is on the pretense that the platform does extremely well, right? Microtransactions, yes, like small money, Sherilyn asked, right? But here's the thing: microtransactions are going on 24/7. It's like if you're able to make a nickel every second, right? It's a nickel.
Yep.
Right. So think about it. So I bought those because I told actually I was talking to AJ. I said if I establish like in a marina where people can jump on my boats, they'll be tokenized. So you can't play with it unless you buy a token. You may pay 50 cents for the token. Make it real cheap, but I may have, if a platform has 300,000-400,000 monthly users, 8,000, 10,000 users a day, think about it. So if I get 100 of them that want to play with because I was there early and I purchased it, and they don't create
your boat, Doc,
and they don't create unlimited amount of these. So because the comeback is people say, well, what if they make more? No, platforms strictly regulate that. They're not going to have a million people come with this product. It's going to be limited. So if they sold, if they have 100 units, those 100 units are sold, and that'll be it, right? So now those 100 people that own those 100 units are the ones that kind of dictate the cost. And as the platform grows and establishes itself, now all of a sudden now it's going to cost you $1 to ride my boat because now the platform's created all this other stuff. I don't know.
Right.
But if I get
to play 20, with your
30 people a day, maybe I'm making 20, 30 bucks. Maybe I'm making $30 a day. Do the math on $30 a day. That's 300 every 10 days. That's $1,000 a month. And I don't have to pay for gas.
Right. Exactly. On the boat. And you're right there. And you just sit back and collect it. Sign me up.
And that's just one aspect of possibilities. We're not guaranteeing this will happen. What we're saying is look into this digital world because it's coming.
It's coming regardless, whether you like it or not. And whether you like it or not, they can't turn off the switch. I don't know why. I don't know how any other way to explain it. And so Icy said, great episode. I'll rematch the whole thing. What, you want a rematch? Icy, I know you did it. It's a typo, and you meant to say you'll rewatch the whole thing because you did.
Icy can't spell.
You can't, and he can't spell. No, that's because he can't see. So he just hits send
What are you
regardless
talking
of what
about,
it
man?
says. Because he can't see it, so he doesn't know how to correct it. He just hits send.
You're right. That bro
All
got
right,
issues,
so
man.
yeah, so hey, we want to close it out now, and Doc, it's all you. You are closing out in prayer tonight. You are closing out
You were
in
supposed
prayer.
to do prayer last. I did
closed
prayer
it
the last
out.
3 times.
You did not quit. I prayed last week. Quit it.
You lying? How you gonna praise the Lord and lie at the same time?
Man, shut up. You know I did last week. It's all you.
Or maybe I'm
Come on,
lying.
Doc.
That's quite
I know
possible.
you are. I know you are.
Okay. Yeah,
There you go.
All right. I go to church, man.
Yeah, you do.
Maybe. I don't know. I gotta figure it out. Look, Lord,
Get
thank
Jesus.
you
Come
for
on.
allowing us to be able to have another successful podcast. Of course, our prayers are for Tech and his family, as well as Icy. Good Lord, at minimum, we know he's getting better, but please get Icy a haircut, because what we saw earlier, that's like a biblical proportions of what he looks like right now. And somebody get that man a straight razor, and he can't even do clippers now. He needs like a rake. He got to pick it all out. Then, big instrument. So take care of our boy Icy, and everybody. We appreciate all the support. Look, like, listen, subscribe. If you're new to the podcast, please. We're trying to grow this thing to something magical, so we can talk about great stuff, over our series as we grow this thing. Other than that, thank you, Lord. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right.
Amen.
Amen. I did okay.
You did good. Thank you, Doc. I love that. See, Doc, in your prayer. Good.
And be quiet. And whoever's listening, Multiverse and XSpectar are 2 totally different platforms. One is blockchain, one is further VR. That's not blockchain, because Meta is painted behind.
Pazzo's waving.
Pazzo, bro, I have your NFT. I got it. Oh, here you go, wallet. I know Pazzo. I got one of yours.
NFT?
Yeah, well, I got one of. Hold on, let me.
So you ain't gonna
hold
share?
up, Pazzo, before you go. I want to prove to that.
You ain't gonna share?
Hey, Pazzo, have you seen XRP Cafe? XRP Cafe's been acting up. No, I got it.
I want an NFT.
I think they cleared it. Here's Pazzo's
I want an
NFT. I got one of Pazzo's. There you go.
I like
Pazzo.
NFT.
Now this is more support. I'm not sure exactly what Pazzo's doing.
I'll send you my wallet. Oh yeah, that's his picture. Oh, it's almost. Yeah, it is. It's his picture on the thing almost.
Yeah. I got
the little smiley, the little meme face.
There's Pazzo.
Yeah, Pazzo and the Heezy Fosheezy.
And I support it.
Oh, Iceman wants one too. So I don't want to forget Iceman. He wants a NFT too. I couldn't leave Icy out. Yeah, so I'll send you my wallet so you can, send me.
Yeah, send me your wallet. That 12 word password.
No, I'm not giving you the code. You're not getting the code. Nice try.
Guys, we really appreciate you guys being here.
Love everybody.
Some questions. Yeah. Really
y'all have beautiful days, and we'll see you next week. Same time, same place.
And reach out to us.
Hey, make sure, come on, people. And make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure, because we need to get these numbers up. Oh, and I forgot our Patreon.
And if Ralph,
don't forget our Patreon.
Here,
you guys go hit our Patreon.
Ralph is up here. My cousin out of Canada. I was telling him he need to get involved with this. He did get some property over in Multiverse.
You can't talk about it anymore. The podcast's over.
It's over.
You can't talk about digital stuff anymore. No, but it's over.
We got 2 more minutes. You said 6:30.
No.
I got 2 minutes.
No.
Anyway.
All right. Later, guys. We'll see you guys next week. Love you guys. Bye.
Love you too, I guess, but I'm still going.
No, I stopped it.
Okay.